Now she's out here swearing on her kids' lives. Let me repeat that. Swearing on her children's actual lives, just to make a point online. Like, ma'am, what? Are you all right? Because from where I'm sitting, that's not strength. That's desperation. No mother in her right mind tosses her kids into the middle of an internet beef. That's not love. That's reckless. It feels less like loyalty and more like saying, I don't care what happens to them, as long as I win this argument. And here's the kicker. Whatever y'all sent her that made her unravel like this, please, I'm begging you, send it again. Because that meltdown was primetime TV. She went from calm to chaos in seconds, spiraling like a bad soap opera plot twist. And now, with her kids on the line, the stakes are so messy it's almost surreal. Imagine watching someone backpedal so hard you can hear the squeal of sneakers on concrete. That's the show I want tickets to. Popcorn ready? Good. Because this isn't just another rant. This is Vivian dragging her circus back to the courthouse. At this point, she should scrap her whole brand and rename her channel, Wasting the Court's Time with Vivian. Because that's the headline every single time she shows up. She's not there for truth. She's not there for closure. She's there to stir chaos like it's her 9 to 5, and she never misses a clock in. And today's episode? Pure telenovela energy. Vivian's online acting like she's a star of a courtroom drama with Jedediah as a villain in every plot line. Only problem? She thinks if she avoids saying his name, we won't connect the dots. Like, really? Sis, you could speak in riddles, write it in hieroglyphics, or whisper in Morse code. We'd still know who you mean. The shade is obvious. The denial is louder. And the delusion? Off the charts. Now she's weaponizing her kids like emotional armor, throwing their lives into the argument as if that somehow makes her untouchable. It's manipulative, plain and simple. She's trying to guilt-trip the internet for sympathy and dodge accountability all in one move. But instead of making her look strong, it makes her look cold, like clout comes before her own children. You swore on their lives for YouTube beef? That's not just messy. That's tragic. So here's my request. Everybody who's ever sent her receipts, proof, screenshots, DMs, donations, send them again. Run it back, louder this time. Because the second that evidence piles up, she's going to crumble. She's going to panic. And when she does, the moonwalk backpedal is going to be so dramatic, Usher himself might take notes. Watching Vivian fold under her own contradictions is the only live entertainment I need this week. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, and you already know the drill. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop your hottest takes in the comments, because Vivian's meltdown saga is officially back in rotation. Every time a court date gets close, it's like a timer goes off in her head, ding, and suddenly she's online, ranting like her life depends on it. Jedediah doesn't even have to move. He's living rent-free in her head, luxury suite included. Court date? Check. Rants? On schedule. Wasting time like she's billing by the hour? Absolutely. At this point, we might as well call it the Courtroom Clown Chronicles. And the funniest part? She really believes that if she skips saying Jedediah's name, it's not slander. Ma'am, you could write it backward in Pig Latin, and we'd still know exactly who you mean. Vivian's bedtime stories sound convincing only in her echo chamber, but out here in reality, we're wide awake. And here's the wildest twist. Vivian says she'll refund people only if the cancer claim is what caused confusion. But hold up, refund where exactly? To what? Her ghost email address. The same political campaign she hijacked when she first dropped that cancer bomb? Stop playing, sis. You said it loud. Into a mic. On camera. We didn't imagine it. We didn't mishear it. We witnessed it. This isn't a rumor. It's recorded history. Picture it. Vivian with a mic in hand, telling a packed room she's battling cancer. Then, the second somebody raises an eyebrow, she flips the script. I never said that. Ma'am, we were there. This isn't a bad game of telephone. This is gaslighting in 4K Ultra HD. You can't erase a public statement just because it's now inconvenient. That's not confusion. That's calculated. That's called getting caught. Vivian really thinks donations poured in because people misunderstood. No, ma'am. People gay because you painted a picture. Life or death, tear-jerking, cancer-level serious. And when they brought it up later, you nodded right along. Never corrected. Not even when your own son looked confused, like, wait, I thought it was just a tumor. That moment right there, that's proof. The internet got the sob story. Your family got the half-truth. Priorities, right? And now she spin it like, oh, I didn't mean cancer, I was confused. Girl, please. The truth isn't hiding. It's in witness protection. Truth has restraining orders against you. It doesn't live in your house, your heart, or your hard drive. Instead of admitting the obvious, she goes full denial mode. I never said that, bleep. Sis, return the funds. Unwind the scam. Do the right thing before the lies bury you deeper than you're already sinking. She even claimed she wasn't at the trustee meeting when the donation was planned. Cute excuse. But if you weren't there, how do you know the money's purpose? How do you know to stay silent when the word cancer bounced around that room like loose confetti? You had one job, stand up and say, that's not correct. Instead, you let the narrative ride you straight to the donation table like it was uber black. Simple honesty could have saved this, but you chose Olympic-level gymnastics with the truth. And let's not twist definitions here. There's a massive difference between being confused and being manipulative. One is human. The other is a hustle. Vivian, we know which one you're clocked in for. You're not lost, you're performing. Mask on. Lies scripted. Lines rehearsed. And if you've lied about everything else, why should this be different? At this point, I don't even know if your name's Vivian. Could be Karen. Could be Susan. The energy screams alias. In the beginning, I tried to give her grace. I thought maybe she slipped up, maybe she misspoke. But now, I'm just front row at the circus, hoping the clown car doesn't unload more chaos. And when she pulls out the sympathy card, excuse me for having a tumor. Nah, you don't get to weaponize pity after you've built your brand on lies. That's not healing. That's grifting. And the internet knows the difference. Because here's the bottom line. Confusion is human. Deceit is fraud. And Vivian, you've built yourself a fraud resume long enough to file taxes on it. That's why court is calling. And that's why you're going to lose. Jedediah is pulling up with documents, dates, and proof. Meanwhile, you're juggling fairy tales and fiction. And if you keep talking, don't be surprised when embarrassment comes with side order charges. So y'all behave out there because Mama's always watching. And yes, Mama loves you. She really, really does. But even love can't